Good morning, Bill here with another edition of Metal Minutes. Today is Wednesday, March 10th, 2021. Well, gold has really battled back from the nether regions this past week to finish flat at 1722. Silver, platinum, and palladium all finished down 2%. But they also have rallied back to finish just a little bit down at 2%. Silver at 25.90, platinum at 11.76, and palladium at 23.28. For the 1 year time, we've got gold up 4%. We have silver up 53%, platinum up 34%. And palladium is down 4%. It's still consolidating. It had such a tremendous run for 2 years that it's due some pullback. So we expect that to probably continue for palladium. But there's great action and great support for gold and silver in physical metal as well as platinum. And we've seen a bottoming pattern likely in for gold. And there's an indicator. We have a link to a more detailed article that discusses what we call the 10-20 indicator, that historically the last 5 times we saw this behavior from gold, it rallied an average of 20%. So we believe that's a good sign, a good indicator for gold, and as well as physical silver. We have the efforts of the silver squeeze movement that's still going strong, and so we see good things ahead for gold, silver, and platinum. Now, another basis for this belief about gold is there's a technical indicator called the Fibonacci Levels, and what this provides is a range of prices for gold and silver and any asset really, at which if it holds above the support line, it's a show of strength. And gold did hold above the support line. Now, earlier in the week, it was down $42, $44 lower than it is now, but it has fought its way back for the week to finish flat, and it appears to be in an upward trend again. And we also see the interest rates that were starting to rise, even though they're still net negative on a real basis. In other words, the interest rates are lower than what the inflation rate is. And so that's a negative real rate even here in the United States. We've seen those begin to soften somewhat. And there was a report that mortgage originations were down 47%. And so that puts downward pressure on interest rates, which is historically good for gold and silver. And so we believe that there are good reasons to feel that we have reached good support levels for gold and silver, one of which is jewelry buyers in the Middle and the Far East. And it's typically been shown that gold has a support level. The bottom of gold is defined by the jewelry space. And we saw that kick in big time over the last week when the paper price got down below what seems reasonable. The jewelry buyers across India and China really began kicking in, putting pressure on the physical. And I believe we're going to see that physical play a more important role going forward, especially with Basel III coming into effect. And we have more banks, more were announced in the last couple of weeks that are exiting the paper gold trading business, and the whole precious metals trading desks are being shut down and dismantled. And some of the ones that remain have been fined nearly $1 billion. And so we expect that physical will be more important for defining the price in the days ahead. And that's good for us here at the United States Gold Bureau and for all of our investors in precious metals. So we'll talk to you next week. Have a good weekend.